Hello everyone and welcome to this AF3 stream. We are here, finally, long awaited, with the season opener of AF3 Season 10, bringing back the good old WTCC pack with an expansion bigger than ever, with 13 cars to choose from. But as you may be wondering already, well, why is it mostly BMWs? Well, guys, this is what happens when you give our wonderful community the choice of front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive tends to win over just a little bit, as they are just going out for quali right now. I do believe it'll be Alfie Bevan as the first to get out onto track. A whole host of other cars all follow them out onto the circuit. But yeah, we have a field of about half BMWs and about, I think, one of every other car, actually, funnily enough. So it kind of helps with, I guess, identifying certain teams and drivers. Knowing, for example, that Mario Weigel is in the Audi, the orange Audi. Pingu Quinn with the Seat, for example, as well. Livery finished literally hours ago by yours truly. Me in the wonderful AF safety car, as always. And then you got the BMWs, of course, but then you got, Ali in the Alfa Romeo. Turbo in the Honda. Josh Brooks. Where is Josh Brooks? There it is. In the Vauxhall Vectra, I do believe. And we're bringing back the copy pasta. Finally. Is River back? Ben Hayes, you shouldn't be asking that question. You should be answering it with yes. River is back, we hope. So let's follow Alfie Bevan here, as his front wheel arch is literally going through his tyre. We're going to watch him on his first lap of this track, and I'm going to take you through a lap here at Curitiba circuit. That is where we are racing today, in case you were not already aware. But yeah, it's a long run down to the first corner, absolutely top speed. Throw the car into the entry, take all the curb on the second corner, and hook it round for a nice good exit out onto the next straight of the circuit leading up to T4. So the quite quick set of corners already gone. Now we have a nice long right-hander, so you want to pick your point of turning quite fast. If you miss it just like that, you can end up sliding just a little bit further out. A little bit easier recovered in this rear-wheel drive car than flat out through this little SS section. Nice and wide, I think just nice and wide. Tuck in, hit that apex, and fly out wide into this next section. We now move on to turns 7 and 8. This high speed left, right. I do believe completely flat it should be, at least in this rear-wheel drive BMW. Little bit of understeer coming out here, just about flat. You got to be quite precise there. That'll be intriguing to see if people can pull off two wide maneuvers there. But around this final corner, try to get as close to that apex as possible. Drift out wide, too wide there for Alfie, and you've seen exactly what can happen as he flies back out onto the racing line. Let's hope everyone is able to miss him. I think he's gotten himself stuck. I think he did get himself stuck, but Alfie will not be setting a time just yet. But Togo Patoba will be the first across the line to set a 1:19.3, and we're already seeing 1:18.1s by Jack Olivier in this session. And as I say that, Bonavent gets one step closer to that magical 1:18 number, which I do believe will be where we will see most of our pole times in this quali session. So currently we've got, that is Jack Olivier going up, and indeed setting a 1:18.2. He did demonstrate a 1:18.1 in practice, so we're going to see if he can pull out anything of the sort in this quali session. Anto, his teammate, his father, has been looking very strong here so far at Curitiba. Round he goes. Very long camera angle here. Some of the camera angles on this track absolutely suck ass. Wish I had the same drone cam the Mosquito does. I should really get invested in that. But yeah. Oh, and hello, Ben. I hope you're enjoying your holiday. There's Josh Brooks going into the 118s now, the 118.9, just getting himself up there. Little incident there for Mosquito in the background. Ali Yardimcher getting even closer to that 118 mark as he makes his way onto another quali lap. That sees about the top three, all represented by 3 different manufacturers at the moment. It's what we want to see. If you look at the top 5, then top 5 has got 4, and that makes a mixture joining the fray there. Makes the top 4 all different manufacturers. So good stuff. We're seeing a really good mix of the cars at the moment. I feel we won't be seeing much intense BMW dominance, actually. It does look pretty spread out. There's a lot of BMWs further down the field, as we can see. Likes of Cosmic Shadow, Alfie Bevan, Mosquito. Although I believe Anto's time is their representative, and neither is Alfie Bevan's. I think Alfie Bevan is going to be coming round. Yeah, he's on a lap right here, and it's looking pretty speedy. Definitely going to be getting into those 119s, but could he get into the 118s? It all depends. If you look at his pred, so as in predicted, it's the 3rd from the bottom on the deltas. That is what he has predicted for this lap, and I believe if he actually makes his turn work this time, this could be indeed a sub-18, quite possibly. Where is he going to put that car of his? He's going to put it into 4th place with a 119.035, just 2,000ths or 200ths off of Ali Yardimcher ahead of him. Anto then, as well, in another BMW, goes through to set his time of a 119.3, putting himself into 10th place. Immediately moved down to 11th by, I believe, Denny or Vivos. Pingu Quinn comes across the line. No improvement there on his lap, no 119.2, I believe. A tiny bit slower in that Seat car. Taking all the curb there. A little bit off on his delta already, but picking up time gradually again. But yeah, Ali Yardimcher still going around setting laps, looking to potentially push into those 118s on this lap, already up on his delta. But it does seem Jack Olivi actually in the meantime has actually improved on his lap with a 118.1. Ali Yardimcher going to come around the last corner. This may displace Josh Brooks. Yes, it will. 118.8 for Ali Yardimcher, pushing Josh Brooks down to 3rd place, still followed by Alfie Bevan and Mixtrell right behind. Agni Stroopwafel. Very deep there for Ali. 2nd off of his time. This may be a dirt there. Cosmic Shadow going off in the background, having a little bit of an issue. Pingu Quinn going through to P5. He makes his illustrious return in AF3 at least. He's already been racing around a bit in AF4, but he's indeed back in our community. Happily, always great to see the return of an old friend, especially back in the championship, which he so fought hard for the championship in. Bonavane goes through to set a 118.7 now. A very solid time from the Pakistani driver, and actually already going quicker on this next lap in his very nicely liveried Hogan Pole BMW. Vivos in the BMW, getting into the 118s as well. An exclusive club is not looking as exclusive anymore, I want to say. Very nice, shiny livery here for V-Wolfs, courtesy of Mosquito, I believe. Right in the last dying minutes or hours before the deadline, which is, I guess, in the end, this race. So much curb usage on that corner. It's interesting that that is completely allowed within track limits, and Ali's going to lose just a little bit of time there. Charbotron joins the session in the, I guess, BMW Sauber tribute livery in the last few minutes of this session. Will probably not be the most practiced man on the grid, but we'll see how that goes for him. Sober Turbo having a little bit of an off. Actually slowing very much on the track, probably just letting Ali through on a quick lap. Probably got the hurry up or the slow down from them. Generally, seemingly trying not to get in the way of any other drivers. Good stuff from him. Shiny Waffles down in 18th. Potentially looking to improve. See what he can do on this occasion, I guess. In the Scherer liveried BMW, a really lovely livery from Shiny Waffles as he goes wide out onto the grass. Very easily done. There's not much runoff and so tempting to carry more and more and more speed through that little bit as well. Pinky Quinn on a lap right now. Follow him, I guess, with the Praga engine sounds. Gotta love it. Look at those steely eyes. Very, very wide on the exit there. Yep, and he goes back to the pits. Fern now making it up into the 118s now. Very good stuff from him. Yes, as Ben is saying in the chat, yes, kick Jack from AF, yes, 100%. He's too good. He's too good for us. This is quite interesting indeed. I guess if you don't consider Jack in the equation at the moment, I think our extensive work and sort of pseudo BOPing on our cars has actually worked out pretty well. There's within the space of about 4/10, right? Within the top three are all BMW right now. Ignore that. So from Alfie Bevan to Anto, it's about 10 cars. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our manufacturers, which all within 4/10, which I would say is pretty damn impressive. So massive credit to those who did all the work on the BOP for this car, and for this car pack, should I say. Awesome work there, and I think we're going to see it pay dividends when the racing gets underway. I mean, we're already seeing it here in quali with these super, super, super close times. So definitely stay tuned and be sure to see how this all pans out when the racing gets underway. And just for your information, we'll be having our reverse grid from 19th place, 19th from 1st to 19th place. So those positions will be reversed from the results of race 1 and made into the grid of race 2, as I'm sure a lot of you already know very, very, very well. But there you go, just a little reminder on how AF3 usually goes down. But it's a very tight field, very tight. Oh, the whole field covered by about 2 seconds, which is really, really great to see. I think especially this championship in the past has seen much wider spreads than that, for sure. So it's great to see some close spreading. Interesting line there from Mosquito. Doesn't look like that's going to pay off. That's time gone, and that will probably be all she wrote for Mosquito's qualifying session. Down in 20th place, Charbatron not going to qualify, I don't believe. I'm going to set a time. Vivolf's backwards and in the wall. Josh still out there looking to set a lap that could put him any higher up. He's already lost about a tenth on this one. Might be all over for River to get any higher in this quality session. 5th place, pretty impressive. As everyone just fucks off for a second, but they're all back now. Ignore that, I guess. There you go. Let's go F7 cam for a moment. Watch as the last cars come across the line. And it's Anso coming across the line to set one final lap. Will he improve? No, he will not. Will stay 12th. Ali Archer still on a lap, however. Coming around the final corner. Pingu Quinn as well, still on a lap. Let's see if anyone can improve here. Ali Archer stays where he is. Pingu Quinn stays where he is. And Master will stay where he is. That is qualifying all said and done, ladies and gentlemen. That sees Jack Olivier to pole position. So close to getting into the 117s here at Curitiba. But it will not be Bonavane. I guess, potentially surprise second place in qualifying. Very impressive from him. Not always that he ends up so high. He's definitely got pace, but not always the pace to put himself up into those really high positions in quali. Alfie Bevan, another BMW, in 3rd place. Proven himself to be a very fast driver. Winning out in the V8 Supercars event at Bathurst very recently. So props to him there. Awesome performance. And he's showing his pace here in quali already. Ali Adamchi, the first of the front wheel drives, down in 4th. Josh Brooks in 5th. Doing well in the Vauxhall as well in the front wheel drive cars. Vivolf's another BMW we see already down in 6th. Very impressive from him as usual, I think, coming in back into his stride here in AF3. Fern returning to AF3 here in the BMW, another BMW in the wonderful livery again. I really do like this one. Putting himself in 7th. Pingu Quinn on his return with a livery that I'm pretty proud of. As all the cars now make their way to the grid. Well, I say make their way, they get teleported. It's 2 minutes before the race start. Let's take you through this grid right here. Let's hide all my apps. Actually, no, I shouldn't hide my apps. I won't able to see the starting grid. Okay, Jack Olivier first, Bonavane P2, Alfie Bevan P3, Ali Adamshire P4, Josh Brooks 5th, Vigolf 6th, Fern 7th, Pingu Quinn starting P8, Mixtrol starting P9, Master starting P10, Togoptober starting P11, Anto P12, Denny 13th, Merckx 14th, Lucky 7 15th, Mario Weigel 16th, G750 in a very lovely livery here. Starting 17th, Shiny Wolf was 18th, his teammate, G's teammate, Vessel starting 19th, Mosquito starting 20th position, Cosmic Shadow starting in 21st, Daniel Ricciardo starting, or Ardo Kirby starting 22nd, and Charvatron starting 23rd. I hope Nemanja knows to get off the grid, because that would be odd if he didn't. So let's get a good starting angle. As we're set to go racing here at Curitiba. You can hear the revving of that, the baguette-winged BMW. I'm excited for this, really excited for this. We'll see how many safety cars we get, how the racing all pans out. I have a feeling it's going to be exciting. Up they rev. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 red lights. And it's go here at Curitiba. Bonavane and Alfie Bevan both getting a very slow start. That's Ali Yardovic already up to almost second place at the moment. Josh Brooks making a position up with 3 wide. That is a huge, huge crash right at the back. That is cars all over the place. Oh my goodness, does that see a safety car already? Are we still going into T1? All good. That is Jack Olivier leading into T1, followed by Ali Yardovic and Alfie Bevan. Alfie Bevan losing that position out. So is Bonavane. Bonavane already down to P5. The rest of the cars all making their way through nice and slow. I do believe that is a safety car, or a virtual safety car, already called. I do believe there was an almighty kerfuffle right at the back. Togo making his way past Bonavane as well, somehow. There we go, a little bit of change of position. Jack still leads, but that saw... Oh, Josh. Oh no, Josh has spun it. Josh has fucking binned it. Fuck's sake. River's spinning. Oh my god, his luck never fucking improves. I won't say that's luck, that's a skill issue. No. Josh, after getting a decent start, making up position, sees himself back down in 10th. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. But there you go. There you go. So we're going to be getting underway in a little bit. Very mischievous, this restart zone. Half of it is within a turn. Josh is miles. Josh is doing a miles. This is actually bringing us back right to that fateful season where Miles did indeed absolutely bottle it at Macau under safety car. I'm going to actually open my window for a second. I don't believe we'll get restarted in that time. Yeah, and that is not open, and it's open now. All right, let's go to our leader, Jack Olivier, as we wait for this restart to happen. See if we can get a back view. Yep, see the baguette, yes. Oh boy, have I missed this view. And they wait anxiously for the restart, and it'll be called now. There you go, I called it. Everyone getting a pretty even start. However, Togo already right on the rear end there of someone. That is everyone just in position, going four wide almost. Pingu Quinn still in 9th place. Alfie Bevan making a move on Togo, actually defending the position from Togo into T1. Has everyone made it through okay? Everyone does seem to be making it through. Yes, they are all okay a little bit. Jostling, oh, that is a BMW spun. That is a few cars, 2 cars off. I think we're all good there, all good. Please continue racing. Yes, we are still under green flag conditions. Togo and Alfie Bevan still side by side after T1. Togo defending this position with his life. They touched for a second there. Can we get a good angle? Togo, can we see that BMW coming up on the inside? Alfie Bevan, yes, he slides through on the inside there. Let's get that front wheel. Oh, that is a lovely view at the back of that beautifully coloured BMW car. Josh Brooks already up to 7th as well after falling down to P10 earlier from a silly mistake. The top little group all spreading out just a bit. Josh Brooks following closely behind Denny. The 2 Hondas doing very, very well at the moment. Togo and Denny, by the way, in the Monroe liveried cars. The white, blue and yellow ones, but that is Alfie Bevan still in P3 ahead of Togo. The rest of the field all still fighting nice and close. Daniel Ricciardo side by side with Lucky 7 for 21st place. In C1 they will go together. Is Lucky 7 going to look for a move? Arda to the outside. Lucky 7 makes a move, dives very, very, very deep, and that has worked. Daniel Ricciardo, or Arda, very, very, very cautious under braking there, and Bonavane is now making his way back up into those positions, already past Alfie Bevan there. Alfie Bevan must have had a moment or something, because he has dropped back already, losing another position off the back of Togo, and that sees Bonavane up to 4th. Alfie looks for a move, slides his car up the inside there, makes for an awesome pass on Bonavane. Very, very great racing right there. And that is Denny right there, right behind, looking to catch up to his teammate. Goes to the inside and makes a lovely move up into 5th. Beautiful lunge there. Josh Brooks now hungry for that 6th place. Bonavane losing out 2 positions. They're already falling back. And that is almost 3 wide to the last corner. Josh Brooks. Oh, that is Vivov spinning, sliding out of contention. That is what rear-wheel drive can do sometimes. It will not accept being flung around like that. And that is Vivos all the way to the back. Very unfortunate. 3 wide into that last corner was not going to work. Mixed trial, Josh Brooks and Pingu Quinn all side by side into this first corner. Who's going to be more courageous on the brakes? Pingu Quinn to the inside of Josh Brooks. Pingu Quinn takes that position, 7th place. Goes to Pingu Quinn now. Josh slots in behind. Will look for a way past. That is a little bit shaky on the rear end there from Mixed trial, and that gives Master the run in the Audi. A very wonderfully liveried Audi. Side by side they go now into this next corner. Josh Brooks and Pingu still side by side up ahead, and more battles further up ahead. This is some awesome WTCC racing right here with some added cats. Don't you just love it? Let's take a moment to appreciate. And let's go back to the racing right now. So, further up ahead, Alfie Bivan is fending off this lot behind him. Toko Turbo is already making a break for it. Jack Olivier has completely dusted the field, 2.5 seconds ahead. Ali Amcha in second, not a crazy amount going on here at the top 3, but behind is where it's all kicking off. Denny past Bonavane. Bonavane's not really going to have that. Flings it in there in the rear-wheel drive BMW. But Denny able to hold on just a bit longer, a little bit more, you know, kind of power grunt out of that corner, not having to worry about that oversteer of the rear-wheel drives, and gets that slipstream going down into the first corner. Tucked in behind, looks to the outside of Bonavane. He's going to have to let Bonavane throw it in and hope to switch back later in the corner. Bonavane, however, being given all the space he needs, and Denny will let that position go. Bonavane taking back P5 from him. Josh Brooks, however, still on the tail of the Pingu Quinn. This whole train of cars still all in contention of these spots at the moment. Mosquito actually up into points in the meantime from 20th place in the grid in 14th, racing very well. Lockups from the guys ahead. He's going to be looking to try catch up to them gradually, looking for more, but he's got to remember to be careful. He's been in this position before, you know, ready for points, but always something seems to have befallen him. He's had some points in AF3 already, but let's hope he can get points again today. That is Mixed trial falling down the grid. That is Mosquito picking up another position, I guess, to continue on from that conversation I was just having. But for now, this whole mid-pack has just calmed down a little bit. Mario Weigel and Charvatron both bottled up a little bit behind Mosquito at the moment. Charles goes wide. Might get a better run onto the straight here. Gonna be trying to back up his teammate, help him from this attack. Josh Brooks and Pingu Quinn, meanwhile, side by side down into the first corner. Josh tries to hold it to the side of Pingu, gets shown to the edge of the track, and is forced to let Pingu keep that position, but follows nice and close. Closer and closer and closer down this next straight he goes, pulling along to the outside of Pingu Quinn once again. Tries to go deeper, tries to hold it. Is he going to be able to make this stick around the outside? That would be an incredible move, but Pingu Quinn holds firm. That is a car right here. I think in the gravel, that is Master going slowly across the green, and he hopefully won't get in the way of all this lot, but that's a bit of a precarious situation. Josh Brooks looks to the inside again. Is he able to hold it here? Don't think so. Pingu Quinn takes it again with a slightly better line through that whole corner and stays as the custodian of P7 for the time being. Josh Brooks could have had all this and more should he not have had that incident earlier in the race, but I guess that will just invigor him to get back those positions. Same with Mosquito, however, getting invigored probably to get more and more points. He just seems to be picking them up. He was 14th a couple of laps ago, and now he's down up into 12th. And with his teammate behind him, actually we've got a sort of 2 teams in total. Both the Audis, both of the Bagietka. I'll just say Bagietka. I'm not going to say that long-ass name. The Bagietka cars of Charbatron and Mosquito up ahead. And they'll be looking to get past. It does almost look like, indeed, that someone's being held up, or the guys behind are being held up by Charbertrand. But Bonavane having some battling with Denny, I'm assuming, and holding that whole group up. That brings Anto, Josh Brooks, and Pingu Quinn into the equation. Bonavane now under threat from Pingu right behind. A little bit of locking up, a little bit of smoke right there, but they all go through pretty safe. Josh hot on the heels of Pingu Quinn right at this moment. Alfie Bevan, in the meanwhile, actually getting quite close to Togo Batoba, only 4/10 the gap between these two. Could there be some potential for slipstream onto the main straight? Curitiba having this lovely, lovely long straight, which can give the opportunity for moves into the first corner. There might be a little bit of a tap there between Josh Brooks and Pingu Quinn, a little bit of contact. But Anto, however, right behind them, out of nowhere, with more top speed coming onto this straight. They go almost 3 wide. Is Anto going to pop out to the left? They are pretty much 3 wide. Anto right behind Pingu Quinn, getting shown to the outside. Josh now with the inside into the first corner. He's gotten it off Pingu Quinn. Deeper he goes. That seems to be the move made by Josh Brooks. He moves up 7th place. And that, it seems to be all she wrote. Pingu Quinn is going to have to worry now about Anto right behind, leading up to this next corner. It's always different approaches between these two cars, because you've got the rear wheel drives and the front wheel drives, and you're going to just be seeing different ways into the corner, different ways out. You know, you've got to strategize, you've got to know where your car has the advantage in that corner. And as I'm speaking further up, we have Alfie Bevan and Bonavane switching positions as the static camera. This will be better. Oh, Alfie Bevan looking right up the arse of Bonavane, but Alfie Bevan has fallen down a few positions now. Togo Turbo now being joined by Denny in 4th. Denny has made his way up there. He is doing incredible. And now it's Bonavane to take on the mantle of the chase and hunt down Denny in the Honda. Little bit of a slide from Bevan. That's the way these rear-wheel drives are. Getting the rear end out. Maybe his tires are fading. Oh, he's slipping all over the place. He must have had some real lockup or something or other to get these tires in a bit of a state. Almost letting Josh through there for a second, but no. Sliding out to the other side of the track. Down they go. Alfie with the inside line. Probably going to break later than Josh, I feel. Josh, yep, Alfie letting Josh through. I think Alfie's just trying to save these tires, trying to save these positions. Anto goes very wide over the grass. Going to lose the challenge to Pingu Quinn, and that is Alfie spun and coming straight into the path of Pingu Quinn. Pingu Quinn getting knocked around, and that is Anto who's taking the position off him. Anto moves up to P8. No, Anto moves up to P7, so Josh Brooks up to P6 now, and Pingu Quinn down in P8. That is Alfie Bevan having a real mare of a race now. His tires must be toast. He's sliding and slipping around everywhere. With front-wheel drives, even if your tires are a bit cooked, you can negotiate just a little bit better, but with the rear-wheel drive cars, I want to say it's a lot more difficult to manage that. This is awesome stuff. Anto, the GOAT, indeed. Can he fend off from Pingu? Right now, Jack's dad taking on the role of battling the penguin. Fun stuff here, fun stuff here. Awesome racing. Constant drama here at Curitiba. We are 10 out of 14 laps into this race. We're doing it on a lap basis, I believe, now? Okay. I just noticed that. I've just been paying attention to the racing, not the lap counter. Bonavane now slipstreaming Denny. Is he going to look to the inside? Yes, he is, alongside, and makes that move mostly stick. But Denny's still alongside, still side by side over the contact, and Bonavane's rear-wheel drive forsakes him. He spins round and onto the grass, loses that position, falls down to 6th, and he's set to lose 7th, and now fall down to 8th. Fall down to 8th behind Pingu Quinn. That is a real shame from Bonavane. He looked set to be in those podium positions for a little bit, but now he is down in 8th. Will be looking to make his way up. Mosquito, in the meanwhile, has fallen down to 15th. Just in the meanwhile, Charbertrand, G750 in battle right now. Vessel getting away at the moment, his teammate, and that sees Charbertrand up into 10th place ahead of Peugeot and the Audi of Mario Weigel. But Josh Brooks now hot on the heels of Denny. I have a feeling there's some tire management coming here. There is some definite, change in tire wear and some actual tire conditions that are going on here that are actually affecting people's driving, people struggling with the tires and trying to cope. That's Shiny. I think Shiny's had a bit of a spin or something, going a little bit slowly, but Josh Brooks closing on Denny within 1/10, I believe. Now Denny moves to the inside, Josh to the outside. Very rare that you can make a move around the outside into this first corner, but is Josh Brooks going to hold it around the outside? Yes, he is. Denny gives him the room. Josh throws it around. Still side by side, they collide in the same place that Bonavane and Denny collided just a lap ago, and they drag race down to the next corner, T4. Awesome stuff here for 4th place here at Curitiba. Awesome, awesome racing. Josh round the outside of Denny. Is he going to be able to hold it? Denny's still the inside, but Josh with some superior drive. Side by side, they still go. Josh round the outside, holding it. That becomes the inside for the next corner. Now he can slow it down, take it easy, and basically just block Denny from getting any inroads on him. And that is the move made. Josh moves up ahead on track of Denny. And that is 4th place for Josh. A lovely recovery there. However, we have seen, I think, 3 cars having it to the Alfie Bevan, Fern, and Daniel Ricciardo. Real shame for Fern after starting so strongly, after having such a strong qualifying position. And those 3 all get back on the road. Will this bring a late race safety car? I don't believe so. Vivo seems to have pitted, actually. Again, with those tyres, I think they are having a real factor in this race. But that is Denny, not yet done with Josh. And all this battling is bringing Anto and Pingu Quinn closer and closer to this. Let's go on board with Denny here as he looks to the inside of Josh. Just for a moment, let me get rid of all my apps. Get this pure racing experience. Ignore that. Oh my fucking god, I'm so sorry. It's because my thingy went. Oh god, I actually missed that whole overtake. But Denny now to the inside of Josh. That is Anto right hot on their heels. These 3 all battling for 4th place. 3-way battle right here. Awesome stuff. I literally got a Lance Stroll moment. My sincere apologies, everyone watching. Didn't realize the auto start system would do that to me, but it could kick me straight back to my pit camera. Oh my goodness, this is awesome, awesome stuff to watch. Ooh, sorry. Josh defending tooth and nail from Denny at the moment. Still 2 laps left to go. The top 3 look all but, completely set at the moment. Turbo in 3rd, following Ali Armature and Jack, who's just controlled this race from start to finish. But these 3 still locked in battle. Spreading out just a tad over the course of the lap. But Anto inches closer and closer. Can the father of the man himself keep pushing on and potentially get 4th place here? We shall see how this all pans out. Let's go to Anto right now as he looks to the inside of Denny, sends it up there, and he's going to be able to make the corner, I do believe. Is he going to get there ahead of Denny? Yes, he is. An excellent, excellent move done by Anto. Awesome stuff. Held it around the outside, late braking into that 3rd corner, and moves himself up to 5th. That is an awesome maneuver from the Frenchman. That means Denny is now under pressure from Pingu Quinn. Pingu Quinn going very, very, very deep there, compromising his line significantly, and loses more than he bargained for, I imagine. And that gives Bonavane the run on him for 7th place. Bonavane looks to the inside. Pingu locking up again. I imagine tyres are really, really on people's minds right now, as Josh Brooks is still in 4th. Bonavane 8th, almost going side by side with Pingu Quinn. He's going to be looking right down at him on the next start-finish straight coming up. Lucky 7 chilling around the first corner area. Hopefully you won't get in the way of anyone. We've got a lot of back markers making their way around the circuit right now, sort of just milling around. But these 3, very, very, very close. Bonavane with the better exit, I believe, than Pingu Quinn onto this main straight. Alfie Bevan slowly making his way down the main straight. We are now on the final lap of this race. It all comes down to this, guys, is, for fuck's sake, we got another Latifi moment. Pingu Quinn moves down the inside. Bonavane takes it across the grass pretty much, which will actually get him a slightly better exit. Interesting one there. I mean, I imagine he hasn't reached his 5 of cuts, but interesting way to use the track there, or lack thereof. Very, I guess, aggressive. Still looking for those maneuvers on Pingu Quinn for 7th place. Denny goes a little bit wide. That allows Pingu Quinn through. Is Bonavane going to be able to take advantage as well? Round the outside they both go of Denny. Is Denny going to be able to hold on? Oh, he's just about going to lose that 6th place to Pingu Quinn. Pingu Quinn moves right across the track to defend. Side by side they go into this next fast section right here. Jack Olivier in the meanwhile has won, but I'm going to watch this. Denny lagging around all over the place. Oh, he's getting bumped into by Bonnevet and Arisi. It doesn't very hard to see with all the lag going on. But that is Pingu Quinn up to 6th now. Denny falling down to 7th. For a moment, 4th was on the cards for him, but down in 7th, or even 8th if you lose it to Bonnevet on the line. Side by side they go. It's a drag race down to the finish. Denny is still in 7th. Who's going to finish ahead? That is Denny who's going to finish in 7th. These three all within hundredths of each other across the line. Sharpatron, an awesome race from him, right from the back, comes home to finish 9th. Mario Vagon 11th, Mixtrol 12th, G750 13th, Master 14th, Mosquito coming home to take the last point in 15th. Mercs just missing out on points in 16th in the Cosmoxo car. Shiny Waffles in 17th, not moving much from his quali position. 3rd in 19th, unfortunately. Lucky 7, Fern 18th, Lucky 7 19th. Arda in 20th. Vivov's Cosmic Shadow and Alfie Bevan in the last few positions. Again, it was so odd. Vivov's had a spin, but Alfie Bevan, it just seemed as if he just lost all grip in his tires. He just killed them somehow. Gotta be careful with his rear wheel drives, I feel. Reverse grid is from 19th to 1st, so that will see Lucky 7 starting 1st. So this will be a very, very interesting one to watch. But there we go, boys. Yes, and for the 4th time now, reverse grid is indeed from 19th to 1st. The cars are about to get lined up nice and immediately on the grid. A lovely Alpha simply chilling. Got a lovely, lovely grid of cars. It's so awesome just to see us using these again. A really, really, really great looking grid of cars. Line up, I guess, as they are indeed lined up at the moment. And they all now move onto the grid, and I will have the honor of taking you through our reverse grid. But there you go. So, starting pole position, as I alluded to, will be Lucky 7. Fern will be starting in 2nd place, close to his teammate. Shiny Waffles in 3rd. Mercs will be starting 4th. Mosquito 5th. Master in 6th place. G750 in 7th. Mixtrol 8th. Mario Weigel 9th, Vesselverharden in P10, Sharpatron P11, Bonnevane P12, Pingu Quinn P13, Denny 14th, Anto 15th, Josh Brooks 16th, Togba Turbo 17th, Ali Armchair P18, Jack Olivier in 19th place, Ara Kirware in 20th, Vivovs in 21st, Cosmic Shadow in 22nd, and Alfie Bevan bringing up the rear in 23rd place. As we move back to the start, for the start of this race. 47 seconds remaining. Hope you're all hyped up for this one, laddies, because it should be fucking good. Anyways, my dudes, 13 seconds remain. We're about to get underway here at Curitiba for race 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6 red lights. And away we go. Awful start from Shiny Waffles and Mercs and Mosquito. Lucky 7 and Fern getting away very, very, very well. It's getting a little bit packed up here at the front. All sort of a bit of an accordion effect almost at the moment. Are they going to all make it through T1 all safe and sound? That is sometimes a rarity for these reverse grid races. That is an absolute clusterfuck. Shiny's being spun around. G's been almost spun. That is most certainly going to be a safety car. Yes, that certainly is. What in God's name did I just witness? Some people just went straight. Absolutely straight. Mosquito's already fallen way back. Pingu Jack. Josh is already up to 7th place. That's something. Lord above. That was quite the fucking start. Holy shit. Wow. I feel so bad for Shiny though. Shiny and who else got thrown down? Mercs as well. Shiny and Mercs got thrown. Someone just absolutely sent it. There was a true send I saw somewhere in there. So yeah, whoever you are in trouble. You're in trouble, mister. But that sees Fern now in 1st place. Ready to take on the responsibility. He has a bit of a buffer still. I guess the first real challenge to this position will be I guess Josh or Ali, or I'd say actually probably Mixtrol as well with a very speedy quali lap. But besides that, it's looking like Fern could hold on to this for a little bit. Curious as to what speed he's doing. He's doing just about 80, doing his best. Let's go to the rear of his car. Actually, there's a really good angle back there. Hold on. There you go, this one. Which will show us quite nicely how this restart plays out. There's some people at the back kind of getting back into position, I hope. And we're about to get underway. And we are away, ladies and gentlemen. That is a car spun at the back. Cosmic Shadow falls down the field. But we seem to all be away, all safe and sound. Everyone barrels down to turn 1. Are we going to see safety cars breed more safety cars, or are people actually going to take it easy on this first lap, or this first racing lap here at Curitiba in race 2? Everyone through fine in the first set of chicanes. That is a lot of people spun. Someone in the middle of the track. Bonavane, it's just Bonavane and Charles. Everyone is still racing. We are still good. Cosmic Shadow is DNF'd at the moment. Master goes wide. Mixtrol, oh, okay, the field is starting to punch up. Josh Brooks sees himself into 5th place already. Jack Olivier up into 10th at the moment. Ali also in 8th. G750 in 6th at the moment. Falling down Mosquito and Charbatron, the two teammates seemingly coming together. Right to the back of the field. That is someone spun right out. Let's hope we can still keep racing. Absolute chaos here on the restart. Please, no safety car. That is a safety car. Well, there you go. Vern still holds on to the lead. We're doing this lap-based, so this doesn't actually you know, I guess affected that much. Doesn't actually take much out of the race. So it doesn't actually help the race leader, whoever's still holding on to it, the race lead, all that much, to be fair. Maybe we'll be getting a restart right now. We'll see about that. Bonavane down in last place, falling all the way back. G750 has fallen down as well after being up in 6th place. Commentator's curse. Having a good time there. Pinguquin in 15th, just holding on to 1 point at the moment. I don't believe we'll see a restart. We could. Fast start from mixed row, 151, let's go. Well, yeah, let's wait for the action to get underway again. Getting closer and closer to our restart. Mixtrol in the hyper detailed engine bearing Mercedes. Can't say the same for the wheel though. But the engine looking very swag. There you go, Jack already making his way up to 6th place. It'll be very interesting to see how him, Ali, and Josh continue to negotiate those 4 up ahead. I feel they'll shuffle their way back down soon enough. But yeah, we are very, very close to getting back underway again. Let's go for the... I just had it. There you go. Go for the nice onboard with the BMW of Fern. You're right. That sounds like a bit of a Civic. And we'll go on board with Fern again as we get underway again at Curitiba. Please let us get a racing lap. That would be very, very, very lovely. Thank you very much. Fern, Master, Mixtrol lead away the field. Josh Brooks already up ahead into 4th ahead of Lucky 7. Josh Brooks, sorry, Jack Olivier going to look for the move on Lucky 7 as well. Makes it stick, but that's Ali still in 7th, being held up by the Finn just a little bit, but actually gets past right by him right there. This is some domination almost from these upper guys. A bit of a collision right there. Some cars all over the place. Pingu Quinn having rotten luck, it does seem. Josh Brooks make his way into 3rd. Lovely outside maneuver around the outside of Mixtrol. Great stuff there. Sides his way up to 3rd place. Really great racing from Josh. It's rare that you see him really, really going for it and grabbing it by the horns. But it seems he's doing that right now. Now looks to hunt down Master. Will he be the master of P2 for much longer? That is what we will find out very, very soon. Mario Weigel down in 7th. Good for now for the Audi team. Let's hope that Master can still hold on to that some of these high positions as the Speedy Boys make their way up. Jack on the inside of Mixtrol, another rear-wheel drive competitor in that Mercedes. And Ali between them. It's going to have a bit of a slipstream train almost going down into T1. This is going to be very interesting coming up to the first corner. Jack tucked in nice and deep behind Josh. He's going to look to the inside. Josh might move over to defend. Jack looks to the inside, takes it and that's the move is his. Interesting that very little was done to defend that when it was very, very much telegraphed. Josh falls back down to 4th, and now it's contend with Ali Armcher right behind him. Mario Weigel to the inside now of Mick Stroll. Side by side they go into T4. Switching positions around and around. That is Master spun around, luckily to the edge of the track. That sees Mick Stroll fly past that lot. Ali Armcher loses a few positions. Josh Brooks behind Jack Olivier now. Jack looking to hunt down Fern for that win. They're going to try stick with Jack. Jack is probably the one who's going to end up winning this at this rate. But the cars of Lucky 7 and Alfie Bevan are becoming a bit of a cork in the bottle here for everyone behind. They all negotiate their way through these fast left, right, awesome action here from this entire field. Absolutely love seeing all of this. But there you go. But seems Jack getting closer and closer to Fern, and Josh Brooks getting further away from Jack for the time being. Big Stroll still holding on to 4th. I think that was someone going a little bit wide or far off in the background. Pingu Quinn still out of the points for the moment, trying to make his way through the back marks, picking them off bit by bit. Sharpatron already back into 12th place, sort of similar position to where he was last time. See if he can make it up into the top 10 as he did before. Jack Olivier, is he going to make the move stick on Fern? Fern gives him just about enough room, but Jack takes the lead spot off of him. Is Fern going to fight back though? I think he might. Don't know if he'll have the drive for the inside into this corner, but follows Jack nice and close through here. Jack, however, seems to be maintaining that first spot. Josh Brooks already catching up to Fern nice and quickly. Make sure on the back of them, Toggle Turbo, V-Wolves, Denny, Weigel, and this absolute gaggle of cars making up the rest of this upper group. Something very odd with Vessel's car. What on earth has happened to this thing? Is this just something I didn't notice? Cheese looks a little bit like, I think that's what happens when it gets damaged. But this looks very grim. It's been ruined by something. Mick Stroll still very close to the back of Josh Brooks. Rear wheel drive hunting down front wheel drive. So if you think, you know, oh, there's a lot of BMWs using rear wheel drive. Well, it doesn't end there. The Mercedes also rear wheel drive. In case I forgot to mention that. But there's a BMW top 2 followed by one rear wheel drive and another, one front wheel drive and then another rear wheel drive at the moment. But this whole group still held up by Lucky 7, I believe. Anto right behind Lucky 7, Mario Weigel in the Audi up ahead. Master losing that P2 spot to fall all the way down the field. But Mario will still maybe hold on to some positions for his team. Mercs and Cosmic Shadow may be part of the only team to potentially not score any points this weekend. Fern will be looking to change that for the FAT sim racing team. Still holding on to 2nd place. Josh Brooks getting closer and closer. In the meanwhile, actually not that quickly, it would appear. Josh Brooks still about 1.4 seconds behind after a couple of laps of racing. F1 is more fun. What do you mean by that? I don't know. Bates my dominance. Ah, yes. All right. I look forward to that, Jens. But yeah, Jack dominance is yeah, no real way about it. It's looking like a 5th championship in the row that our man here will have in the bag. So I'll let him get to his business. Merckx falling down the field. Bit of a tough race for him and Cosmic Shadow, the 2 drivers sharing the last 2 spots in the field at the moment. Mosquito, however, still in battle, still on the back of master at the moment. Ali Yardımcı getting closer to the back of Mixtrol. Now Mixtrol's fallen off of Josh Brooks just a tad. Side by side they go into the first corner, Mixtrol and Ali. Who's going to be the later of the breakers? That will be Ali. Oh, interesting line there. It seemed the car just sort of like snapped inwards and somehow got turning. But there you go. You make it work however you do. Ali takes P4 off of Mixtrol now, but Mixtrol is certainly not done with him yet. Looks to the inside into T4. The engine of that Merc must be nice and cool with all the outside air flying straight at it in Mixtrol's front engine bay. But they, Ali locking up, blocking Mixtrol just a little bit. Mixtrol might get the slightly better exit coming out of this corner. It doesn't seem so. Mixtrol gonna still chase him down. Josh, in the meanwhile, not really, still making very, very, very incremental inroads into Fern up ahead. So it could be a P2 for Fern at this rate. Looking like a really, really, really good race on his part. Let's see. Actually, it won't be much point seeing who the biggest movers are because it will just be, you know, a lot of people will have moved up because of reverse grid. Oh, a little bit of a lag moment. But that is the storyline at the moment. Alfie Bevan, Toggle Turbo, and Vivov's all spinning. Alfie Bevan having an almost exact repeat of one of his many spins of last race. Not loving life at the moment. Was one of the quickest people out there. And has had nothing but misfortune throughout these two races. Falls down to 11th behind Anto. Anto up into 10th. Another good position for him to be in at the moment. So, awesome stuff from him. Mixtrol in P5. Still hunting down Ali Yardımcı, looking for some revenge there. But Josh Brooks still in P3. Now just about breaking into that 1 second area. But I think this season will really just bring out, like, the true drivers, you know? Because I think, you know, people will be in all these different cars. There'll have some slight differences. You know, some will be rear-wheel drive, some will be front-wheel drive. But I think it just, more than anything, is just about the driver in that seat. Forget setup, forget whatever. You know, I think, honestly, it's going to be quite the championship for that. So I'm really excited to see how it pans out. I mean, still right now in the top 10, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, manufacturers represented in there. So again, still a testament throughout the racing to how well, you know, the performance is working, the balance of it, and the racing is staying pretty damn close throughout all the events. Alfie Bevan and Anto actually in battle at the moment. Alfie Bevan getting back past Anto. Bonavane looks to the inside of Anto, has to slot in just behind him. Let's follow this lot. Charbatron now looking hungry for Bonavane's BMW ass. Follows him round the outside, but not able to make any inroads. Let's go for some onboard action here in the BMW. See what it's like for these guys in their cockpit right at the moment. Man, I wish I could do this league. Man, I wish I could do it. It's so fun. But alas, I'm retired. Retired from all leagues apart from the odd AF3 event. "12 laps, we are into this race. Vivov's Toggle Turbo still battling. Vivov's flinging his car across that curb, only for Toggle Turbo to steal that position right back. Side by side, they are going to try to go up to the next corner. Vivov's beautiful copper car shining in the South American sun. I believe this track is South American. Why am I retired? Just prefer to do this. I mean, I kind of feel I have a duty. I feel just, you know, I mean, other people have come up to do these streams, and it's really lovely. But like, I want to try still be the one that like most commonly streams them. You know, just because it's good to have that reliable guy. Vivov's, however, making a move the fucking century here. I was saying in quali, I wonder if anyone can make a move there. This thing's just about flat, but Vivov's making an absolutely stunning pass for P6. Then he probably just did not expect that. Threw his car up. Jack messaging mid-race. I mean, he can just take it easy, can't he? There's absolutely fuck all to worry about. He's like 6 seconds ahead. Absolute Sigma. Lewis Hamilton doesn't even do this. What on earth? The Josh Brooks now within 6/10 of Fern. It's kind of now or never. It's getting real close to the end of this race. This lap and one more for race 2 here at Curitiba. A really, really, really great performance potentially for Fern here. He's going to be one to watch in this championship. I think he did have a very unfortunate race 1, but race 2 for him has been a real great one. Ooh. Bonavide seemingly making some sort of mistake, maybe having a bit of a contact with someone else, but down to 14th. He now fools Vesselverhouden. Gonna look to take that off him. And Lucky 7, Finnish man, teammate of Bevan, follows him closely. Might look to slipstream his ass down into T1. We move on to the final lap now. Oh, that is Fern who spun. Fern who spun right into the path of Ali. No contact made, but on the last lap, tyres might just be fading a bit, but Fern loses his podium spot. And that sends Josh Brooks and Ali Alamcha up into 2nd and 3rd respectively. That is so unfortunate. So you see now, you can see his car is sliding around all over the place. That is Anto's spinning out of the back. No, shame for Anto. Anto is going to be getting no points here in race 2 in Curitiba. So unfortunate for him. What is going on now? Everyone is battling. Mario Weigel, Alfie Bevan, the Audi and the BMW battling right now towards in the final moments of this race. Jesus Christ. These guys just cannot give it a rest. This is awesome stuff. Ali 5/10 behind Josh as they move on to the final corner. Jack Olivier comes across the line to finish in 1st. Josh Brooks comes across the line in 2nd place. Ali Alamcha 3rd. Our protagonists from race 1. Fern, a very respectable, very good 4th, but not what he could have gotten. He could have been 2nd. Mick Stroll finishing 5th. Vivov 6th. Togomotoba 7th. Denny 8th. Alfa Bieva 9th. Mario Weigel 10th. Pingu Quinn 11th place. Charbertrand in 12th. Vesselverhouden 13th. Bonnevane 14th. Lucky 7 taking the final point scoring spot. And G7 15th. 16th. Master 17th. Shiny Waffles 18th. His teammate having an excellent result there. Merckx in 19th. Anto 20th. Really unfortunate there for him. Daniel Ricciardo 21st. Mosquito 1116 down in 22nd. And Cosmic Shadow 3 laps down. Just about going to finish this race here. So there you go. Very odd looking cars of G750 and Vessel right now. But there you go. So real storylines from that race. Really, really, really loved watching that. Awesome, awesome stuff from all the guys involved. AF3's back, baby. Not that it really left, but it's resurgent. It's resurgent. Oh no! Please don't rain tomorrow. Please don't rain tomorrow. Hold on. I swear if it rains tomorrow, I'm gonna throw a fit. No, no, that is very bad. That is very bad. I'm going on a bike ride tomorrow, bro. It shouldn't rain. That's so mean. Fuck. All right. Game off. Let's get to those interviews, boy.
Hello.
Hello, what's good? I'm gonna get other people in here as well. My fucking god. AF3 is fucking good, man. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed that. These cars are sick. Oh my god. Oh, hello?
Hello, Matti.
Hello? Oh fuck, hold on. Oh wait, hello, I'm back. Sorry, I was trying to talk, but I was on push talk.
Get yuck.
Alright, let me get the yak. I'll get Josh and Fern too.
I've done it.
Josh and
I'll go too.
Fern. Yeah. Hello,
Go.
guys. Well, Ali, you can bring some other people here in the meantime. But let's get to these interviews. Jack, a double win. I mean, it looked pretty easy out there. What do you have to say?
I don't really know. Well, it was fun, I guess.
I guess.
Like I practiced a fair bit for this race, like not that much, but I practiced a bit. So yeah, I was expecting to be quick, I guess.
I see. Okay, that's good that you came into it with that. I've received reports that you were texting during the race. I think Jens actually is right here, right now, to confirm that. If you were
I shall
indeed
confirm. Viable source.
Yeah, my
viable
license
source.
should be removed. Yes.
Yeah. Should we? Can we put an article in the sporting regs about usage
Oh,
of phone driving? I think we should
I've actually done that. So
we should have a talk about that. Yeah. But congratulations, Jack, on the 1-1. Could alleviate dominant Spore fans? Who knows?
We said that
Who
during the
knows?
race.
During the race. And in I think Josh, you ended up finishing second. How was that for you? You made a race one. You had a Miles moment. I guess confidence a bit broken, a little bit down in the dumps. And race two, you can't come out and
No, not at all. Actually, I had a lot of fun coming back through the field. But I did make a stupid mistake of pulling the bloody handbrake, thinking it would warm my tyres up.
Nice one, smart
Yeah.
move.
Juan.
But overall in the races, Josh, how was it? You made a bit of a recovery in race one. I forget where exactly you finished, but how was that overall? How did you find it?
Fourth in race one. I really loved race one because it was just a lot of fun battling back through the field.
I had
knew
no
from
one
the
to
pra-
race.
I knew from the practice start that I had a good race car, not so much a good quality car, but definitely a good race car. I had the confidence to be able to come through the field.
Yeah.
People really didn't practice starting with the BMW. It stalls. It
Yeah.
has more grip.
There was loads of cars on the start, especially in race two, that did have a stall and got slow getaways. But no, I mean, all I'll say, I hadn't seen you make some of those moves, Josh, in quite some time. So I think this car has brought back a bit of something in you. So it's pretty good to see.
It's back in sort of my style, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You're pushing that Vectra to its fucking limits. And I think I'll go to Fern next. I'll come back to you, Ali. But Fern, if you're there and can hear us, awesome race to hold on to in race two, at least to hold on to P2 for so long. What happened? You ended up. It seemed you just had a lockup. Was it the tires maybe that were going off? What happened there in the last lap?
Yeah, I mean the entire race I was kind of looking after the back left because it would get up to 126 degrees, which isn't good, and I would be spinning around every right-hand corner. So the last lap, I figured my tires are decent enough. I wanted to go for a faster lap, maybe get into the 18s, like I had done in practice, and I just outbroke myself and tire locked up.
Oh man, just so easy to do. I guess just really trying to push it on that final lap. But fourth.
I
Yeah,
almost ended
not-
you.
I'm not too bad. I'm not too mad about it though. I just ran with the stock setup and sent it.
Wow, I mean, good
So-
job, good job doing that on the stock setup. Fourth place since race two. There you go. Good for your team overall. Generally. And I think I'll go to Togwa next.
Yes.
You were everywhere. You were absolutely everywhere. You were right up at the front in race one. I believe you finished second in the end, second or third.
Third.
Third. Awesome performance there. And then race two, you had some you seemed like the person that was just in the thick of it all the time. How did you find it racing back in AF3?
It was race one was boring because, like Ali, I was just there.
Yeah, exactly. I had no one to do anything with. Yeah.
Trolling.
And then on the second race, I had a bit of touchy moments. I think I killed Alfie. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, there was Alfie got the worst luck. I don't know what happened to him, if he mentioned it or if anyone saw it, but he must have had some tire issues because he was sliding around like crazy at the end.
It looked more like his suspension was broken to me.
Oh, really? Okay. Because race one, he
I'm
fell all the way
asking him
back.
now, but yeah,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm
okay.
asking him now, but yeah, he was just dying everywhere.
Well, there you go.
I don't think you could get your tires to be that hot.
Yeah. And any comments from people overall about the racing? I said it a few times in the stream, but we had about 6 or 10 manufacturers in the top 10. It's looking really close, and even if there are maybe more BMWs than anything else, I think we've got it right. What do people think?
Seems pretty good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I honestly I expected the BMWs to dominate, but no, it's just Jack.
I don't know what.
Well, Jack
I don't know
and
if that's
some
just because
BMWs.
this track is. I think we all sort of agreed in the race. This is a rear wheel drive track.
Is
Despite
it?
that, it was
Okay.
mostly front wheel drives at the front because we don't die as easily.
That was the thing I was noticing. I
Ah.
don't know if it'll come up in other races, but it seemed like some of the rear wheel drive drivers were kind of the tires were going off towards the end. I just saw
Yeah,
loads of
because
sliding
it
and
was
everything.
hotter than it was supposed to be.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, the rear
about
left tire would heat up really bad.
It was 7 degrees hotter, but it was still like hotter.
Ali forgot to set the temperature for the race, so it was 26-36 default.
Oh, beautiful. So I guess that might explain things just a little bit. But either way, awesome stuff here. And I'm just sort of thinking. I think we'll have the next race next weekend at what's the circuit? Let me remind myself.
Cascavel.
Cascavel. That is a fun one. Be sure to tune into that. Should be a really fun race there. And this weekend as well brings us AF1. We'll be getting underway at Laguna Seca on the 5th of June at 5 p.m. UTC, so be sure to tune into that. And I think there's not really much point to delay it much further or put it at the end of the week or something or other. But I think now should be the time to not like fully publicly, put up the messages and put all that stuff up. I'll get to that soon. But actually finally announce AF2 after a few delays, or about a week's delay. Things have been altered a little bit in the last moments and whatnot, but we'll be, I guess, going back to basics a bit. We'll be doing ourselves. We'll be at we'll be at Spa 2022, the new layout, and we will be back to multi-class with the LMP2, the Arca 07, and a GT3 class, including the McLaren and some Kunos GT3s, BOP to be decided. And I believe if we get enough signups, aiming for about 34 or 35 or 40, we will bring in the LMP3 class option. So that a third class for the second time ever in AF, with a pretty good LMP3 mod, and that should be good. The race distance will be 2 hours. Driver swaps are going to be decided, and that will all come out very soon. But yeah, so pretty standard AF2 lineup there, but we're going back to Spa, and we're going to try the 2022 layout, so that's with all the updated gravel traps and such. So there you go, finally out in the open, finally announced, and yeah, more specifics and channel updates and whatnot to come over the weekend. So yeah, hope you are all somewhat excited about that, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Alrighty, I guess that just about does it for the stream. Anything else? Anyone else wants to say?
I want to say that
Please,
I did much better than I expected.
Hi Eric. Hi Eric. Hi Eric.
Hi Eric.
Eric, please. Please touch.
I think that AF3 today was a lot cleaner than we expect than normal.
Huh.
It was better.
And I hope this is going to continue because
a total of 3 safety cars, which is pretty good for a first round of a season with rear wheel drives and front wheel drives.
At least one of them was because of server lag.
Oh, was it? Okay.
You just jinxed it. Thank you very much.
Next race we'll have 8 safety cars. Let's go. Okay, well I guess it just
T1 side to side demise.
Oh no. All right, that just about does it for the stream. So yeah, thank you all very much and goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye. And